his halter says apple. I love it.
Oh, honey.
But, you know, really
What is this stuff?
taking the time.
Why am I out here alone?
Yes, sir.
Jasper is singing the song of the pony to him.
Your interview with Ray. I don't know. They stuck me in a room with like 6 people. Like, good thing I'm not easily intimidated. Yeah. So there was like 2.
So, why don't you kind of come up here a little bit?
Whatever.
He's helping you with snacks. You know, it's fine too. Definitely positive reinforcement. What about that? If that's what they're used to. So, let them know it does, you know, it's pokey, long, it looks like a dressage.
Yeah.
But it doesn't count. You know, it might happen by accident, but it means nothing. It's not a dressage. So, once in a while I might be super lazy and not get my dressage whip. Big no-no. Just get the dressage whip. Don't use an arrow as a dressage whip. Why would you even chance? They can tell the difference.
Yeah.
Arrows are zero problem. And especially down here. Because when you notice sometimes things drop and they don't fly because they're weird. They pop. They're weird. Weird. I always kind of really let them take it in. Both sides, always both sides. Even though you're primarily going to shoot off one side, always do both sides. So the one horse I have not been able to really, to be honest, we haven't worked with her a lot because she was on the young side when we got her. My mother's Palomino Walker in there is missing an eye. Okay, she was missing it when we got her. Super broke trail horse. She hasn't figured this out yet. And I think because she has zero depth perception. She's just so sensitive to the energy that she can't quite wrap her head around not responding. Because that's how she goes through life. And we're not shooting on her blind side, it doesn't matter because there's still energy being released. And I think with more age and time and experience, because we got her when she was 4, right? So we'll work towards it slowly, and mainly in the round pen. Where we just do continuous circles as I shoot off her until it's just like, because she's also, like I said, they can be really smart and realize if they get to the lane as fast as they can, then they're resting. So they got to know all the tricks. So, yeah, I don't use my good stuff for this. And I never go any farther until I basically get this acknowledgement and that kind of like, oh, I'm so bored with this.
Can we move on?
Yeah, right. So after one arrow, then I'm going to do this, clicky clacky, because this is a little weird motion, and then I'm going to start doing it all over them, where you are holding your arrows and loading. Maybe on this. Whoops, here we go on your butt. Dragging across his neck a few times, no big deal. Ideally we would want to do this, but it won't happen. Some horses on the sensitive side, it took them a little longer to have the ability to hand the arrows up to you in the saddle, because you're taking something up that way. Just patience. They got over it. Okay, good? So once I know that the arrows are pretty chill, then I'm actually going to go right to the hula hoop. Super cheap, easy way of testing boingy energy, and basically Henry handle, you riding around with it like this. Okay, so you can have someone lead you like this.
He's like,
going
what are
up.
you doing?
You know, wear it around their neck,
He's
like a
like-
necklace, wear it on their saddle.
He's trying to take it out of my hand.
And to the point where I'll be walking around in a little circle with it on them. And, so there's movement. Because training a horse just to take the standing still isn't enough. They have to learn to move with it around them. So go ahead and just take them in a little circle. Really is. Most horses that have a good relationship with you, it's pretty easy. When I first got Bee, that's probably the reason I bought Bee a couple months ago, is I rode her twice after like a year long of not being ridden at my former owner's house. And then I just shot off with her. I didn't even really prep her because I wanted to see how bad her threshold was, what she could take, and she was fine. So, because I needed another mounted archery horse, that's why I really bought her. So a good steady Eddie trail horse is really what you need. Boy. But you know, younger horses, higher strung horses, it might need riding around with this, tossing it somebody on the ground, throwing it. The big draft horse over there, he was a project and a half, because even though he's a draft horse, he's pretty much arrogant in mine. Yeah. And go at him too fast with an arrow. Clear as day. Because he learned to drag people all over, and they probably hit him in the head to make him turn. I mean, he's huge, so when a draft horse learns how to drag you around, but it backfired. So we've gotten through to him, and he's pretty chill with all this stuff now. It's more of his children. He only has 2 or 3 years. So, yeah, once you get that hula hoop down, and I'll do goofy things with it too, right? Because I'm going to be holding this. So once he understands that doing this and totally randomly, so like an emergency thing, if your horse has a freak out, you throw your bow away.
Okay.
And you grab your reins. Horse first, right? So I'm using the PVC one, and go ahead and rub it. Makes energy, makes some noise. Yeah, he's curious, it's good. Good boy. Every time he's like, good boy, yes, that's right. Okay, and then we're going to just do on both sides. Because you might shoot lefty at some point. There's a few games, and then there's, in the hunt course, they have a left-handed shot if you're right-handed and vice versa to test your horse's skill and your skill. Alright, so since we're comfy here, let's bring them up. And I'm pretty close to the targets right now because I want them to hear and make sense of what is happening. Alright, so that's pretty good right there. So I'm just trying to make sure he's paying attention to this. I'm just really gonna let him associate. I'm not gonna try real hard to knock him ahead. So he sees the flinging of the objects. So go ahead and bring them up along here and keep going. And let's slowly make sure that he is positioned so like the riding is in the front. Because it's the angle in the eye is a little different, right? This is where I need to be. like him to be even more. I need him to be. I actually think that he's more worried about everything. Yeah. So you all take a collective deep breath. I slowly, yeah. I've seen this work at other clinics. When we're meeting, the leader needs to be on the side, or just in case something. Right. So now I'm going to let him process that. I'll have you walk him up and down the lane again. And I'm going to switch bows. So this one's pretty light and kind of, I'm going to use a higher poundage bow, which has a little more force to it.
Go in the lane over there.
Yep, yep. And then we're going to start walking by him. So we got a stationary movement means one thing, walking means another to their brain. They have to process it. Really try it. Lay it on thick. Yep, a lot of positive reinforcement. Nothing wrong. You can't really lay it on too thick, to be honest. Now it's going to do a front shot. Good boy. Thank you. Okay, now I'm going to come up and, hey buddy. Good boy. And I mean, you can short draw, you can, you don't have to be perfect as you're training your horse. The big thing is watching the horse. All right, I'm going to go pull. I'm going to have you walk him up and down again. Nice and close.
Get my stand on the other side.
Yes. Yes. So you want to teach your horse to lead on both sides. Alright.
I don't think she'll
Turn around. We want to give him the idea that the calm walk is good. If he starts kind of pushing and shoving you around a little bit, you got to be like, that's not the job. The job is to just walk steady forward. Okay, I'm going to turn around again. I'm going to shoot next to him stationary, and then I'm going to walk with him. I actually will hook my elbow over the saddle. Right, so we're going to walk nice and slow together. Alright. Boy. And if you're very good pony. Keep walking. Keep walking. Here. Good boy.
Oh, yeah, no, you hold on your fingers. Yeah.
try not to itch it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it makes it come out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe that'll settle it down.
Put your knees in your chest.
You watch the videos, there are some folks that this is how they do it. They're riding on the nose. Alright, so then hand me the bow. I'm just going to do the same thing, because it's context. Just because he was fine with it with me next to him, this is different to them. They don't group lessons in necessarily.
Can I meet him so I can hand you something?
Why don't you just walk beside me? because then you're going to come up and try and hand me the arrows. Because we know how, you know, we've had 2 horses in our club, 2 or 3, really have a problem with this. And it took Pistol probably 2 months of just me coming over, doing a lesson actually, just handing her arrows. And you always treat them individually. So remember, I can just go if I need to and grab, right? So I'm just going to kind of pony ride here. I'm going to hold them in my hand like this. This is a technique that if you're interested in later, I can show you. It's only good for the tower. So I'm not putting 100% effort in yet. Because you got to train them also to realize that you're going to be shifting and doing weird things. It's not normal, your normal riding. Okay, so you got to know that. Really just kind of, yeah, good boy. Just balancing, ignoring, going on, good boy. Now let's try it. Deep and do it. Boy, now we got a whole mess of them on here. What do you think of that? Back shot. Yeah, I almost tapped his butt, right? Good boy. Good boy. Yep. All right. Yep. This is where the western saddle is a little tough sometimes. I'm not used to this camel being so high, right? Right. So since he had a little trouble with that back shot, slow it down. I'm going to deliberately touch him. Slow it down. Put the saddle. Good boy. Perfect. Alright, and now we start walking. Okay, so you're just going to walk towards the tower. Notice my heels are far, far away from his side. I'm relying on my handler. You can feel how we got a little tense there, right? So this is a big deal for everybody. Just give me 2. Yeah. Good boy. Now he knows what's coming. Putting it together, and they can anticipate. So they're starting to put it together. And it's like when we train horses, it's not the first ride that's usually the problem, it's the 3rd ride. Because they're anticipating stuff happening. So can he settle on the 2nd and 3rd round here walking? Okay, so go ahead. Deep breath, totally relax. I'm going to ride more western on my pockets. That might make you feel better. That's better. So I think he was a little reactive to this motion here. Okay. Good. Good job. Oh boy. Okay, we'll go around again. Okay, so how do you feel? He's your horse. So how do you feel he is?
Fine.
Okay. And ideally is walk front. The way I like to test this is bringing my hand further and further down on the lead rope, saying, can you manage your own zone here, balance without anybody hanging on to your face.